The 2025 Woodstock River Bandits are on the air from Falcon Field on the campus of Central High School in Woodstock. It is the 2025 Woodstock River Bandits and the Valley Baseball League. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kyle Gutschall. Glad to be with you here tonight, filling in for Craig Orndorff, who is on another assignment tonight. Battle of the two top teams in the North Division. The 10-4 Strasburg Express are in town to take on the homestanding 11-5 Woodstock River Bandits. Getting the baseball tonight for the River Bandits is the right-hander Brixton Lofgren. Lofgren will have the honors tonight from the mound and try to anchor the River Bandits here this evening. Lineup tonight for Strasburg. Leading off and playing center field, it's Brett Mosley. Batting second, the shortstop Tanner Harden. Batting third is Topher Jones, the third baseman. Batting fourth, the cleanup man and the first baseman, Landon Beaver. Batting fifth is Jacob Payne, the catcher. Batting sixth, Eddie Castillo, the left fielder. Batting seventh, Christian De Los Santos, the right fielder. Batting eighth, the DH Carter Schmidt. And batting ninth and playing second, it's Jack Anderson. Evan Garcia is on the mound tonight for the Express. Well, another 6 o'clock start here tonight from Woodstock, and the first pitch of the game is grounded to first. Fielded at first by Eldridge. He'll take it to the bag himself. And Mosley is retired. One pitch, one out here in the top of the first.
From Wofford College, shortstop number 9, Tanner Harden.
Tanner Harden will step in. Harden hitting .270 with 4 RBIs on the season. And Lofgren deals. That pitch is a called strike, 0-1. First pitch tonight, 6:01. And it is hot. 90 degrees. Going to get up to near 100 next week. The 0-1 is in there to Harden. Quickly 0-2. Strasburg enters with that record of 10-4. They've won 4 in a row. Woodstock 11-5. They've won 3 in a row. 0-2. And a swing and a miss. And Harden quickly down on strikes on just 3 pitches, and there are 2 outs here in the top of the first.
Now batting sophomore from Pearl River Community College, third baseman number 17, Topher Jones.
Numbers on the year for Lofgren: 3 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, just 1 earned. He's walked 2 and struck out 2. He hails from Miami, Florida. The pitch to the 3-man Topher Jones is a strike. Lofgren is out of the University of Miami, so he's a Hurricane. 0-1 the count to Topher Jones. Swing and a miss. Express look completely fooled right now. It's 0-2. So Lofgren looking for a very quick 1-2-3 here. And he gets it. Swing and a miss. Jones tagged, and that's it. Quick work there for the right-hander for the River Bandits. Woodstock coming to bat. We go to the bottom of the first. We'll be back after this. Back to Woodstock, we go to the bottom of the first. Strasburg going down very quickly on just 7 pitches in the top of the inning. And for Strasburg, their starting pitcher tonight, the left-hander out of South Florida State and Naples, Florida, Evan Garcia. Garcia enters with an 0-1 record with a 4.05 ERA. It's on 6 2/3, 6 strikeouts, 7 walks, and 7 hits. And the lineup he will face tonight for Woodstock, leading off and playing center, it's Jordan Evans. Batting second is Luke Keister, the second baseman. Batting third, the shortstop, William Tippett. Batting fourth is JT Anarosky, the right fielder. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Barrett Eldridge. Batting sixth, the DH for Woodstock, Hunter Miller. Batting seventh and doing the catching, it's Cade Norton. Batting eighth and playing third, it's Diego Villarreal. And batting ninth is the left fielder, Christian Toledo. So a very, very quick top of the first, and the bottom of the first starts with ball one. Woodstock with a quality win last night here at home over the Front Royal Cardinals. That was a 6-1 final. Had a shutout going until the top of the ninth. Here's a swing and a ground ball to second. Bobbled at second, bobbled again, and getting there safely on the E4. And that's how we get started in the bottom of the first.
Next up, senior from Shenandoah University, second baseman, number 1, Luke Keister.
So Evans hit it hard, but right at the second baseman, Jack Anderson, and he bobbled it initially and then just couldn't pick it up. Leadoff man on for Woodstock here in the bottom of the first. Here's Luke Keister playing second tonight out of Shenandoah University. First pitch, and a bunt. Great bunt. And nobody's covering the mound. And Woodstock has men on first and second with nobody out. Should have said nobody covering first. Apologize. The heat is not easy to deal with. So first and second, nobody out for Will Tippett. The pitch from Garcia, he shows, he gets it down third base side. That's a beautiful bunt. Throw to first, not in time, and it's thrown away all the way down the line. 1 will score, 2 will score. Tippett's going for third. He's going to be there safely. And it's 2-0. Woodstock, still nobody out here in the bottom of the first. So a bunt single to the left side.
Senior from DeSales University, right fielder number 7, JT Andarowski.
And then an error, scoring 2. So 2-0 runner at third, nobody out. And the pitch misses. Ball is low, 2 balls and no strikes. Great start to the ball game here for the River Bandits. Error to start it, then a bunt single, then a bunt. Single again, turning into 2 runs on the throwing error by the pitcher. 2-0. And that misses. 3-0. And ball 4, he walked him.
Batting senior from Rice University, first baseman number 20, Barrett Eldridge.
So Andarowski draws the walk. He brings up Barrett Eldridge. Eldridge is the first baseman out of Rice University. Great chance to continue to add on here for the River Bandits. The pitch from Garcia is a called strike, 0-1. Well, Strasburg threw their first shutout of the night last night in Newmarket, but the shutout not lasting long here in the bottom of the inning. Eldridge hitting 125. He swings and chops one to third. This is going to bring a throw to the plate, and they've got him in a rundown. Tag is applied, 5-2 on the fielder's choice as Woodstock is gunned out at the plate, and there's one out.
Next up, senior from the University of
It's a big first out there for the Express.
Hitter number 4, Hunter Miller.
So a good play over there at third by Jones, fielding and throwing home to get the out. So one out, runners at first and second for Hunter Miller, the DH. Lefty-lefty matchup here against the left-hander Evan Garcia. Keeps an eye on the runner at second. Pretty big lead out there. The pitch, and that misses, ball one. So far in this first inning for Woodstock, 2 runs on 2 hits. Both were bunt hits, and then 2 errors for Strasburg. 1-0 the count. The pitch. That's outside, 2-0. Defense tonight behind the starting pitcher Garcia for Strasburg, and left is Castillo, center Mosley, and in right De Los Santos. At third, Jones, Harden at short, Anderson at second, Beaver at first, and Payne is doing the catching. 2-0. That misses again, 3-0. Cade Norton, the catcher, is on deck for the River Bandits. Both of these teams tied in the standings. The 3-0's a strike. The Express slightly ahead by percentage points. 1 less loss, but 1 less win as well. These two teams have split their first 2 matchups this season. Woodstock winning the first, 3-1. Swing and a miss, 3-2. Offensively, Strasburg, the best team in the Valley League this year, hitting .298 as a team, with a 22 home run leading the league. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And a swing and a foul out of play. Woodstock, on the other hand, not hitting all that well right now, but their pitching has been the best ERA-wise. Woodstock second to last in hitting, with just tied for last, actually, with a .222 batting average. But yet, they're 11-5. 3-2 again, swinging a ground ball to second. That's going to be past Anderson into right field. One will score. Throw to third is cut off, and an RBI single for Hunter Miller. 3 hits early for Woodstock. And the rally continues here in this first inning for the River Bandits.
From Mercer University, catcher number 26, Cade Norton.
So a 3-2 battle there, and Miller wins the battle, hitting it to the left of Anderson into right. So 3-0, still just 1 out, and here's Cade Norton, the catcher. Runners at first and third. The pitch. That is outside, ball 1. Garcia continuing to work from behind. Norton looking to get some rhythm going here this season. The 1-0, swinging a ground ball to us. Foul, 1-1. Norton 1 for 15 to start the season. 3 walks. And time is called. Norton out of Mercer, 6'1" right-hander. Runner goes to pitch, is off the glove of the pitcher, fielded at second, throw to first is in time. But the run comes in to score. RBI ground out for Norton, and it's 4-0 River Bandits here in the bottom of the first.
Next up, junior from Cameron University, third baseman number 24, Diego Villarreal.
RBI there for Cade Norton. Here's Diego Villarreal, third baseman. He takes strike one. It's a great start early here for the Woodstock offense. They scored 6 runs last night, but they left 13 men on. 0-1. Inside corner, strike two. And after the way the right-hander Lofgren pitched in the top of the first, you got to be happy giving him 4 runs of support after he threw just 7 pitches, and 6 of them were strikes. 0-2. Garcia deals, and that's a little bit high, 1-2. Talking about the pitching in the Valley League this year, Woodstock number 1 with a 3.79 ERA. Strasburg fourth with a 4.59. 1-2. And that is fouled off. One and two. Garcia checks the runner at second and delivers. And high again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Express have fallen behind actually a good amount this year, but their offense has been good enough to get them back in it. Last night, as that pitch is swung on and missed, last night they beat the Rebels 14-0. But an early 4-0 deficit here as we go to the second. 4-0 River Bandits. We're back after this. Four nothing Woodstock as we go to the top of the second. Strasburg sending up Landon Beaver, Jacob Payne, and Eddie Castillo. First pitch from the righty Lofgren is a called strike, so he continues where he left off in the top of the inning, throwing just 7 pitches. A couple of strikeouts. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Quickly 0-2. Landon Beaver, 350 average, 4 home runs, 18 RBIs. 0-2. And a swing and a miss. 3 strikeouts. And there's 1 out.
Next up, junior from the University of Toledo, catcher number 19, Jacob Payne.
Haven't really seen a pitcher be able to neutralize the Express offense this year, but the way this is looking, Lofgren is doing that. And that is his first ball of the night. It comes here in the second inning with 1 out. Just missing. 1-0 to Jacob Payne, the catcher. He's going to take a strike call in 1-1. Payne hitting .272 with a home run and 4 RBIs. 1-1. Check swing on the breaking ball. Did he go? No, he didn't. 2-1. 2-1 to Payne with Castillo on deck. and that is a little bit inside, 3-1. So 3-1 the count. Strasburg looking for their first base runner of the ball game. And a swing and a chopper off the River Bandits dugout roof and foul. The count's full, 3-2. Coming into this game, Lofgren with just 3 innings thrown. He did have 2 strikeouts in those 3 innings. 3-2. And that is high, ball 4. So a 1-out walk to Jacob Payne, first base runner of the game for the Express, and it'll bring up Eddie Castillo, the left fielder.
From the University of New Orleans, left fielder number 3, Eduardo Castillo.
Castillo out of the University of New Orleans, 5'9", 195, out of Tallahassee, Florida. The first pitch is high, ball 1. Again, Strasburg, 22 home runs, leading the league by a wide margin. That's off the glove into the backstop. Two balls, no strikes now with the runner in scoring position. Two balls, no strikes to Castillo. He's hitting .350, and he swings at ball 3. It's breaking ball down. He couldn't lay off, 2-1. He has 3 home runs and 5 driven in. Trying to get the Express on the board here after a treacherous first inning. 2-1. And that's a little bit high, 3-1. Christian De Los Santos, the right fielder's on deck. He's followed by Carter Schmidt and Jack Anderson. 3-1. And that is hit in the air to left center. It's going to stay in the ballpark. Back on it is Evans. He will make the catch. And no tag as the ball is thrown right into short. And there are 2 outs.
Next up, sophomore from Seminole State College, right fielder number 25, Christian De Los Santos.
I'll bring up Christian De Los Santos, the right fielder. De Los Santos out of Seminole State College. 6'3", 225. Lofgren trying to hold the runner out there at second. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Strasburg just not picking up Lofgren at all right now. Cutting through a lot of pitches. 0-1. And that is popped way up in the infield on the left side, under it, and making the catch, and that'll do it as Tippett is there for out number 3. Through an inning and a half, we go to the bottom of the second. All Woodstock so far, 4-0. We'll be back after this.
Biggest opportunity to thank some of our season
Back to Woodstock. We go to the bottom of the second. Woodstock leading 4-0, and they send up 9-1 and 2. Christian Toledo, Jordan Evans, and Luke Keister. First pitch from the lefty Garcia is in there. Strike one. Well, dimensions here at Falcon Field. Place to hit it out here is straightaway center. Just 338 out there to center, but then the gaps, major league gaps. 0-1, and that is popped up foul and out of play. Left and right center. Left is 376 and right center 372. And right down the lines 340. 0-2 the count to Toledo. 5 hits and 27 tries this year with 5 RBIs. Garcia way ahead. Lefty kicks and delivers, and that is a little bit high. Like I talked about earlier, very hot, and as the Woodstock listeners know by listening to Craig Orndorff, sitting first base side here, as that is hit to the first base side but fouled, field level. So we've got the sun beaming right down on us. And now with the 6 o'clock starts, it makes it a little bit more painful. Especially next week, temperatures will be near 100. 1-2 the pitch. Toledo pops it up, foul again, and out of play. Woodstock with 4 runs in the first inning, 3 hits, including 2 bunt hits, but then 2 costly errors by the Express. One by Anderson and one by the pitcher, Garcia. 1-2 again to the righty Toledo, and that's outside, 2-2. Errors have been something that have at times plagued the Express. They're about mid-pack in fielding percentage, came in with a .958 fielding percentage. Woodstock, on the other hand, fantastic on defense. That misses. Bandits have committed just 11 errors on the year. 11 errors and 554 chances. .980 fielding percentage. So they've got good pitching and they've got good defense. Still trying to get the offense to come around. 3-2. And that's fouled back again. Good battle here between Garcia and Toledo. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Leading off the inning. And a line drive into center field. Backing up about a step and getting there is Brett Mosley, and that's the first out here in the bottom of the second.
Now batting center fielder number 44, Jordan Evans.
There's Jordan Evans, the Woodstock center fielder and the leadoff man. Evans reaching on an error his first time up. And he takes a tad bit outside, ball 1. Evans 6'1", 200. Fouls it back, 1-1. He enters play tonight hitting .444, 8 for 18 with 1 run driven in. Battling the sun out there in right field, the 1-1. And that is high, 2-1. Sun has always been a factor here, the way that the field is aligned. It's facing the wrong way. It is a football field after all. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Went after a breaking ball. And the count evens at 2-2. Evans showing some speed last night. He was able to get on base, steal a couple of bags. 2-2. And a ground ball up the middle. That is going to be off the diving shortstop's glove. And a 1-out single for Jordan Evans here in the bottom of the second. Just like that, 4th hit for Woodstock.
Luke Keister.
So here's Keister. Luke with a bunt single his first time up. Bunted it to the left of the mound. Nobody was covering first. The pitch. That's low, ball one. Again, Evans with good speed over there, so Payne's going to have to be ready to throw. Woodstock, not a team that runs a lot, but when they do, they're very efficient. Time is called. And base umpire out there at second was trying to call a time violation, but home plate umpire overruled him and said he was allowing the catcher to do something. Here's a swing and a foul back. Count is 1-1. Keister limited opportunities, was hitless coming into this game against Garcia, likely only facing him once, but has a hit tonight on the bunt. 1-1. Runner goes, huge jump. Pitch is a ball, throw to second is into the outfield, and Garcia's on his way to third, throw by Mosley, and that gets away and into the dugout, and that'll be a run. So 2 errors on 1 play, and it's 5-0. So a stolen base, an E2, and an E8 on the same play. Wow. Two one. Keister fouls it off himself. He's down, and it's 2-2. So sloppy play here for the Express early. 4 errors already. Single by Evans up the middle, then he stole second, then he got to third on the throwing error, and then he came home on another error on the very same play. Keister trying to walk it off after hitting it off somewhere in his leg. Still trying to see if he can go here. And yeah, he's going to get back in the box. Better for that to happen, I think, on a hot day than a cold day. But either way, not good. 2-2. Garcia deals, swing and a miss. Got Keister to go swinging out of the zone. There's 2 outs here in the bottom of the second.
Shortstop, number 12, Will Tippett.
Keister's got a visible limp into the dugout, so we'll see if he can continue after this. Here's Will Tippett. He singled his first time up on the bunt. Got all the way to third on the throwing error, came on the score, and he's hit by a pitch. So a 2-out base runner for the River Bandits, and this continues to be a very sloppy performance to this point for the Express.
Next up, right fielder number 7, JT Andorowski.
So JT Andorowski will bat here with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. He walked and scored back in the first. Garcia delivers, and that is a line drive into center field. It's a base hit, and a 2-out single as the line continues to move here for Woodstock. It's now 5 hits so far, and we'll see how much longer. I guess going to try to get Garcia to go as long as he can go, but Woodstock all over him, and the defense behind Garcia not helping matters. And that is popped up foul. in there for a called strike. Oh and 2 to Barrett Eldridge. Hit into a fielder's choice his first time up. And a swing and a pop-up behind the plate, and Payne going to give it a look. It's out of play. Already 49 pitches through an inning and 2/3 for Garcia. One run here in the inning for the River Bandits. Eldridge trying to keep it going. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Big jumps, runners go. The pitch is a strike 3 called, and that'll do it here in the bottom of the second. 1 run in the inning for Woodstock. They extend their lead 5-0 through 2. We're back after this as we go to the third from Woodstock. Five nothing Woodstock as we go to the top of the third. Carter Schmidt will lead off, and the first pitch is swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Strasburg so far, no runs on no hits and 4 errors. And for the River Bandits, 5 runs on 5 hits and no errors. 0-1 to the lefty Schmidt. He takes high, ball 1. Carter Schmidt hitting .350 on the season with 6 RBIs. Schmidt out of Randolph-Macon College. And he swings and hits one into center, coming in, and that's going to be caught out there in center field by Jordan Evans. 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the third for the Express.
From James Madison University, second baseman number 14, Jack Anderson.
Bring up Jack Anderson out of JMU. Anderson playing second tonight. And the first pitch misses from the right-hander out of the University of Miami, Brixton Lofgren. 1-0. He's got a nice lead to work with. Just come out here and throw strikes, and that hasn't been too much of an issue so far. Swing and a miss on a high fastball, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Lofgren deals. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball out of the zone. It's 1-2. Other games around the Valley League here today. One game top of the 8th. Charlottesville leading Culpeper 3-2. Anderson swing and a miss again. Catcher will have to throw down. He does so in time. Strikeout 2-3, and there are 2 outs here in the top of the third.
Next up,
That's
center
game
fielder,
one of that
number
doubleheader
44.
between Charlottesville and Culpeper.
Mosley.
They'll play again at 7. 7 o'clock, Front Royal at Purcellville. Stanton and Harrisonburg about to get started. Covington's at Waynesboro, and then at 7:30 out of the North Division, Winchester at Newmarket. 2 outs in the inning for the top of the lineup. Brett Mosley, the center fielder out of Ole Miss, he takes ball 1. Mosley out of Trussville, Alabama. And he swings and drives one high in the air to center. Plenty of room out there. And making the one-hand snag in center field is Evans. And that'll do it in the top of the 3rd for the Express. Another quiet inning for Strasburg. That's all Woodstock so far as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. 5-0 River Bandits.
The River Bandits.
New pitcher for the Strasburg Express.
Miller.
As we go to the bottom of the 3rd, it's the left-hander, 6'1 lefty, 195 out of Georgia Southern, Dawson Coe. So he'll take over here in the 3rd. Final line for the starter, Evan Garcia. He went 2 innings, 5 hits, 5 runs. Not all those were earned. In fact, only, I believe, 1 or 2 of those were earned. 1 walk and 3 strikeouts. So Coe takes over here facing bottom part of the lineup. The first pitch is ball 1. Hunter Miller was showing bunt. Pulled back and took the ball. All Woodstock so far trying to continue to add on here. The pitch. Coe fires in a strike, 1-1. Numbers on the year for the left-hander Coe. 4 innings, he has 9 strikeouts, but an ERA of 11.25. 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. He's only allowed 4 hits, but he's walked 6. But he's ahead here, and the 1-2 is low. Good take there by Miller, 2-2. Miller out of the University of Southern Indiana, 6'1 lefty, 190. Enters play hitting .276 with a home run and 8 RBIs, 2-2. And strike three called, and Coe gets the strikeout, and the first man he faces here in the bottom of the third.
Now batting catcher, number 26, Cade Norton.
There's the catcher, Cade Norton. He had a 4-3 RBI ground out his only time up. 4 in the first, 1 in the second for the River Bandits. And the pitch. And that's in there. Looked like a changeup or a split, 0-1. Woodstock wearing their green tops here tonight. Orange numbers and letters. Valley League logo on the sleeve, 0-1. Swinging a ground ball to the right. Fielded at first. And taken to the bag by the first baseman, Beaver. There are 2 outs here in the bottom of the third.
Next up, third baseman, number 24, Diego Villarreal.
There's Diego Villarreal. Diego with a strikeout his only time up. He's a 6'1 switch hitter out of Cameron University. Bats from the right side once again here. And takes ball 1. Thank you to everybody joining us tonight, whether you're watching on Facebook Live or over on YouTube. 2 top teams in the North Division playing tonight, and it's been all Woodstock so far, leading 5-0. Count is 2-0 as that pitch misses to Villarreal. Diego just 1 hit so far this year. And he takes a strike, 2 balls and 1 strike. Coe looking for a 1-2-3 inning. He deals low. And just like that, it's 3-1 to the 8 hitter with Christian Toledo on deck. Three balls and 1 strike. Coe deals, and that's fouled back. Looked like he went after ball 4. Fastball up and out of the zone, but the count's full, 3-2. Strasburg will send up 2-3-4 in the top of the 4th, trailing at least by 5. The pitch. And strike 3 called, and Coe picks up a 1-2-3. Bottom of the 3rd. We're a third through on a hot night in the Valley League out of the North Division. The Woodstock River Bandits lead the Strasburg Express 5-0. We'll be back after this. Back to Woodstock, we go to the top of the fourth. River Bandits lead 5-0. Strasburg sending up 2, 3, and 4. Tanner Harden, Topher Jones, and Landon Beaver, all three of which who struck out first time they faced the righty Lofgren. That's a called strike, and it's 1-1. One to Harden, and that's a line drive up the middle. It's a base hit. So leadoff single for the Express. First hit of the game comes here with nobody out in the fourth inning. Harden's 11th hit of the year.
Next up, third baseman, number 17, Topher
Tanner out of
Jones.
Wofford College. And here's Topher Jones. Didn't even really have time as quick as that top of the first went. But Jones has been elite since joining the Express. He's out of Pearl River Community College. First pitch is outside, ball one. Entering the game tonight, Jones hitting .529 with 3 home runs and 10 RBIs. Swing and a miss, and that's in a 34 at-bat sample size. 18 for 34 coming in. He's now 18 for 35 after punching out his first time up. 1-1 the count and a check to first. Tanner Harden back in safely. Again, when we've seen games this year with the Express, they have fallen behind and then found a way to come back. That's why for Woodstock you want to keep your foot on the pedal all night. Here's a swing and a ground ball left side. It's going to be fielded at short. They go to second for one, back to first, not in time. Good play out there in the hold by the shortstop Tippett on the fielder's choice, and there's one out.
Next up, first baseman, number 15, Landon Beaver.
So Jones is on the fielder's choice. And it'll bring Landon Beaver to the plate. He struck out on 3 pitches his first time up. First pitch is a strike, 0-1. Woodstock looking for the ground ball. Another check to first. Jones has to step back in. Strasburg wearing their visiting uniforms tonight, the purple tops with the black sleeves, white lettering and numbering. And that's in the dirt, blocked by the catcher, but it gets away in front of him. It bounces off of his chest protector and rolls towards the mound. So a wild pitch. Runner in scoring position, second time for Strasburg tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out for Beaver. Hit a home run last night. That is high, 2-1. Leadoff single, then a fielder's choice and a wild pitch here in the top of the fourth for the Express. Swinging a ground ball first base side. It's going to be stopped nicely by Eldridge. He'll take it to the bag himself. 3 unassisted. Runner moves to third.
Now batting catcher, number 19, Jacob Payne.
So 2 outs now after the ground out to first. And here's Jacob Payne, the catcher, with a runner at third and 2 outs. And Payne takes a little down and in, 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. One. Swing and a high fly to left. Plenty of room out there for Toledo. Makes the catch, and Strasburg strands a man at third here in the top of the fourth. We go to the last of the fourth. It's 5-0 Woodstock. We go to the bottom of the fourth here in Woodstock. 5-0 River Bandits as they lead the division leaders Express. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It'll be Christian Toledo leading off. The first pitch from Dawson Coe misses, ball one. Coe came in the last inning and got the Woodstock River Bandits in order, including a couple of punch outs. 1-0 to Toledo, fly out to center, his only time up. And he takes high, 2 balls, no strikes. 5 hits on the board for Woodstock and also 4 errors for Strasburg. 2 on 1 play. Good hitters count here for Toledo, 2-0, and that's way outside, 3-0. Strasburg has walked 1 so far. Woodstock has walked just 1. We play here in the bottom of the fourth. And the 3-0 is in for a strike, 3-1. Lefty deals, and that is in there for a strike called. Toledo had already tossed the bat over to the dugout, so he's going to have to go back and get it. And typically the strike zone size will increase by maybe an inch or so here. 3-2, payoff pitch. And ball 4, he walked him. Leadoff walk to start the bottom of the fourth.
Next up, center fielder, number 44, Jordan Evans.
Here's Jordan Evans. He's 1 for 2. Reached on a hard hit ground ball that was an error his first time up, and then a single to center last time. Never want to walk the leadoff man. The first pitch is a little bit inside, ball 1. Talked about Coe. The only issue he's really had to this point has been walks this year. Entered the game with 4 innings under his belt and 6 walks. He's now got 5 innings under his belt with 7 walks, 1-0. And that's in the dirt, 2-0. So he walked the leadoff man, the 9 hitter, and now Evans in a 2-0 count. Time is called. Two balls, no strikes. That's way high, 3-0. Three-0 to Evans. And way high, ball 4. So back-to-back walks to start the bottom of the fourth.
Next up, second baseman, number 1, Luke Keister.
So Luke Keister, and this will likely be a bunt situation here. See if Strasburg can execute and get an out here. Third baseman's got to be creeping in here. Keister does, oh, he gets hit. So Keister hit by a pitch after he hit a ball off his leg last half inning, or the inning prior. So the bases are loaded with nobody out, 2 walks and a hit by a pitch. And a visit to the mound here by the Express pitching coach. So a disastrous start to the inning once again for Strasburg. And while they meet, we'll step away briefly. All right, after the visit to the mound, we've got bases loaded, nobody out for Woodstock as Will Tippett has a chance to break this thing even further open here in the fourth. 5-0, nobody out, bottom of the fourth. And the pitch. That's way outside again, 1-0. Coe's just lost the arm slot here in this fourth inning. Time is called. Catcher's going to go out and talk. Nope, never mind. Thought he was going to. I think he thought he was too, but... Count is 1-0. 2 walks and a hit by pitch here in the inning. After Coe got him 1-2-3 last inning. Way outside, 2-0. Toledo was walked, Evans was walked, Keister was plunked. And now 2-0 to Will Tippett, who singled in the first on the bunt and was hit by a pitch his last time up. Bullpen activity for Strasburg. It looks like a right-hander getting hot. That is in there for a strike, 2-1. Strasburg's going to try to cut the runner down at the plate, at least if it's hit to the corner infielder. First and third are in front of the bag. His middle infielders are playing back, willing to turn 2. Left-hander sets and deals. And a ground ball to short. Bobbled. They go to second for 1, and it's thrown away. 1 will score. Second run coming to the plate. He is out. It's 6-0. 1 out on the play. But yet another error for the Express. Be an E6 out there, and see how we can score this.
Number 7, JT Andorowski.
Be a fielder's choice E6. Count is 0-1. And that's a little bit high. One to Andorowski, and that misses 2-1. So 6-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. Still going with runners at first and second and just 1 out. Swing and a miss. And really that out was a gift. I mean, Strasburg was dying to get an out, and the River Bandits ran right into one there. Evans was trying to score the ball that got away. So 5 errors in the game so far for Strasburg. And we're in the fourth inning. Andorowski walked his first time up and scored, singled to center and was left on back in the second. 2-2 from Dawson Coe. That's in the dirt. Runner on his way to third, and he is safe. Nearly thrown away. So ball 3. Runner holds at first and moves up to third. So he gets the third on the wild pitch. 3-2 to Andorowski. Tippett still at first. Coe trying to get another out here in this fourth inning. He deals, and it's fouled back. Well, we'll see if Strasburg can get out of this and has any type of fight in them tonight. They came back from a 7-2 deficit a few days ago against Charlottesville, but this Woodstock team playing much better than Charlottesville is at this point. Runner goes. The pitch is a swing and a foul tip held onto. Runner steals second. There are 2 outs after the strikeout.
Next up, first baseman number 20, Barrett Eldridge.
So minutes second and third for Barrett Eldridge. He's 0 for 1, grounded into a fielder's choice. His first time up, struck out in the second. Well, this inning all started with a double leadoff walk and a hit by pitch. Eldridge takes outside, ball 1. 6 runs on 6 hits for the River Bandits, no errors. Strasburg, no runs on 1 hit and 5 errors. They came into the game with, let's see here, 20 errors the whole season. They have 6 tonight and not even 4 full innings. 1-0. Fouled back by Eldridge. Eldridge with a couple of home runs on the season. 9 RBIs. Coming in batting a .125. 6 hits on the year. One the count. And high. 2-1. Still got a right-hander throwing down in the Strasburg bullpen. Hunter Miller on deck, the left-hander. Base open at first. And a ground ball to the left side. It's under the glove of the third baseman. One will score, and that's it. Throw back to third. Tippett nearly got hung out to dry. It's 7-0. So a base hit for Eldridge. Scoring a run. Making it 7-0. And hit by a pitch is Hunter Miller. And the bases are loaded again with still 2 outs. And let's see how much further they will go here.
Next up, catcher number 26, Cade Norton.
Cade Norton will bat. Grounded out first time up with an RBI, and then grounded out to first in the third. Bases full, 2 outs. 7-0 the score. And that is low, ball 1. 6 hits in the game for Woodstock. One-0. Inside, 2-0. I know we've got a few more innings to play here as far as the 7-inning thing, but Strasburg, after a dominant win last night, 13-0, might have that turned around on them. 14-0. That's a hard hit grounder to short. That's going to be bobbled. And yet another error for the Express. 6th error of the game. It's 8-0.
Next up, third baseman, number 24, Diego Villarreal.
So no RBI on that play. It was hit hard, but it's got to be made. Here's Diego Villarreal. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1. So 6 errors for the Express. The count is 0-1. Base is still loaded. 8-0 the score here in the bottom of the 4th. That's in there. And it's 0-2. So 6 different players for the River Bandits all have hits individually. 3 still looking for their first hit, including the batter here. Coe steps off. The pitch. Way high. 1-2. Runner jumping around a lot over there at third, trying to distract the left-hander. He deals, and a fly in the center. Mosley right there, and puts an end to another disastrous inning for this Strasburg defense. But Woodstock firing on all cylinders so far, taking advantage of opportunities. They lead at 8-0 as we go to the 5th. Eight 0 River Bandits as we go to the top of the 5th. Eddie Castillo leads off and takes a called strike. It's 0-1. It'll be Castillo, De Los Santos, and Schmidt due up here in the top of the 5th. That's in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike. So 6 errors to this point for Strasburg, including some walks, some hit by pitches, just too many mistakes. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two 2-1. Swinging a high fly down the left field line. That's going to be down for extra bases. Castillo rounding first. He falls down, but it's a ground rule double as it bounced over in left field. And a leadoff double for the Express here in the top of the 5th. Just their 2nd hit of the game off the right-hander out of the University of Miami, Brixton Lofgren. Here's Christian De Los Santos. Christian with a pop out to short his first time up. Hit it way in the air in the infield. And Lofgren fires in a strike, 0-1. So for Castillo, that was his 8th hit of the year in 22 tries. 0-1. Fastball in there, 0-2. Pretty good crowd here at the ballpark tonight. Got some tailgaters out there and fans out on the hill, some behind the plate. Battling the sun tonight. That ball is to the backstop, not even close, and getting the third on the wild pitch is Castillo. Well, Strasburg's had, this is now their third chance with a man in scoring position. So they'll try to cash in here for the first time tonight and get on the board. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Tag was applied. 1 out.
Now welcome to the plate. Designated hitter number 2, Carter Schmidt.
Here's the DH, Carter Schmidt. Schmidt with a fly out to center is only time up. Lofgren works from the stretch. And the first one's in there to Schmidt, 0-1. Schmidt enters with 6 RBIs on the season. Swing and a miss. Quickly 0-2. 8-0 River Bandits. We play in the top of the 5th. And a ground ball. This is going to get him on the board. Fielded at second by Keister. Throw to first is in time. The shutout is over. It's 8-1. RBI ground out for Schmidt.
Baseman, number 14, Jack Anderson.
So 2 outs now, and here's Jack Anderson. Anderson with a strikeout is only time up. The pitch. That's high, ball 1. Inside. 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. 1 run in the inning for the Express. Leadoff double. Then a wild pitch. Strikeout and a ground out. 2-0. Fouled back. Two balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. 2-2. And that misses. 3-2. Anderson, the 9-hitter. Mosley, the center fielder's on deck. And ball 4, he walked him. So the inning will continue for Strasburg here in the top of the 5th. It'll bring Brett Mosley to the plate. He's 0 for 2.
Next up, center fielder, number 44, Brett Mosley.
And Mosley takes for a called strike, 0-1. Eight to 1 here, top of the 5th. 2 outs, Strasburg batting. High, 1-1. First run of the game for the Express after they scored 14 in 7 innings last night in Newmarket. Runner goes. The pitch is fouled off in the box. Anderson was running there, but he'll have to retreat back. The count's 1-2 now to Mosley. Some bullpen activity for Woodstock. Looks like a left-hander getting hot. Runner goes and then goes back, swing and a miss. Mosley will hustle down the first. The throw is in time. And that'll do it in the top of the fifth. We go to the bottom of the fifth. 8-1, Woodstock. We go to the bottom of the fifth. It's 8-1, Woodstock on top. The Express go to the bullpen for the third time tonight. It's the right-hander out of Bucknell, Bryce Mitchell. 6'1", 185. He's out of Damascus, Maryland, and he will face 9-1-2. Toledo, who led off last half inning with a walk, takes a strike, 0-1. Numbers on the summer for Mitchell. We'll get to those in just a second as he works from the stretch. Comes set and deals and nearly hit him. 1-1. Mitchell's numbers: 5 2/3, 8 strikeouts, 7.94 ERA. He's walked 8 men in 5 2/3. 1-1. Swing and a pop-up, foul and behind the plate and out of play. 1-2. 1-2 to Toledo. And a line drive, hard hit, but foul. Into right field. Still 1-2. Toledo's had some good swings on the ball tonight, just hasn't been able to straighten it out. One final so far today. Charlottesville beat Culpeper in game 1 of their doubleheader 5-2. And they're underway in game number 2, scoreless in the first. 1-2. And check swing. Did he go? No, he didn't. Front Royal and Purcellville scoreless, bottom of the second. Stanton and Harrisonburg scoreless, bottom of the second. Top two, Waynesboro leading Covington 2-0. And Winchester is at Newmarket. They're about to get underway any minute now. Two. And a little bit inside, 3-2. Looking ahead to tomorrow. The dreaded drive for the River Bandits. Heading to Covington tomorrow. 4 o'clock start there. Take on the Lumberjacks. Meanwhile, Strasburg will be home at 6 o'clock against the best record in the Valley League, the Harrisonburg Turks. 3-2, line drive again. It's bobbled it short, recovered, thrown to first, and in time. And the play is made after a little bobble out there by Jones. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. I don't know what it is tonight about Strasburg's defense. They just look all out of sorts.
Now batting center fielder number 44, Jordan Evans.
All right, 1 out here in the home half of the 5th. Here's Jordan Evans, and he swings and misses at the first pitch from Mitchell, 0-1. Garcia started for Strasburg. He went 2. Coe went 2, and now Mitchell in here for inning number 5. Oh, 1. That's a little bit outside, 1-1. That's in there for a strike. Rest of the North Division standings talked about Strasburg. They're ahead right now by percentage points. They have 1 less loss, but also 1 less win. Third place, or I guess you would say second place technically right now, Front Royal 10-7. They're a game and a half out. They've lost 4 in a row. 1-2, line drive into center. It's a base hit for Evans, his second hit of the game. And he's aboard with 1 out here in the 5th inning for Woodstock. 4th place, Winchester at 500. They're 8-8. 5th is Purcellville at 5-8. And then 6th place, Newmarket. They're 5-10. All right, here's Luke Keister.
Second baseman, number 1, Luke Keister.
Keister hoping he can not be hit this time. Hit a ball off his own leg in the 2nd and was hit by a pitch in the 4th. Runner at first, 1 out. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. That's going to be 1 at second. Throw to first in time. And a 4-3 double play turned by Jack Anderson. And that'll do it in the bottom of the 5th. We're through 5 and off to the 6th. 8-1 River Bandits. New pitcher for Woodstock, Dominic Camparella, the 6'4 left-hander out of Mount St. Mary's University. And the first pitch misses, ball one. 8-1 our score, top of the sixth. 1 run last inning for the Express. But still down by a touchdown and an extra point. 1-0. That's high and off the glove, 2-0. Yeah, he hasn't been down here in a while. Has he? What's he doing? He's sitting up there in his chair. Was he? 2-0. And that misses. 2-1. Oh, excuse me, that one misses. 3-0 now. And ball four, a leadoff walk on 4 pitches to start the top of the sixth. Numbers on the summer for Caparella, 8 2/3, 6 strikeouts, and an ERA of 7.27. So the leadoff walk for Tanner Harden, and Topher Jones will step in. Don't want to walk the leadoff man again. This Strasburg team, they have the firepower to get back into the games. That's way high. Last thing you want to do is give them a chance to score 3 or 4 here, and then the last 3 innings turns into a little bit of a battle. Right-hander already getting loose for Woodstock here. 1-0. Swing and a high fly. That ball is crushed, and that ball is way out of here. Topher Jones with a 2-run home run, and just like that, the Express inching closer. It's 8-3 here in the top of the 6th inning. So Jones got a pitch to hit and didn't miss it. That is his 4th home run of the year. RBIs number 11 and 12, and it's 8-3.
Now batting first baseman number 15, Landon Beaver.
Jones has been a great story so far for the Express. All right, here is Landon Beaver, the first baseman. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And Beaver takes strike 1. So 3 hits now for the Express. 3 runs on 3 hits with 6 errors. Swing and a miss. Beaver went after a fastball high, 0-2. Beaver the batter with Payne on deck, and then Eddie Castillo will follow. 0-2. Breaking ball high, 1-2. Starter for Woodstock was great. Brixton Lofgren, 5 innings, 2 hits, 1 run. Walked 2 and struck out 6. Pretty efficient too, pitch count wise. 1-2 is a nubber left side. It's going to be a tough play. Throw to first is offline. And reaching first is Beaver.
Next up, catcher number 19, Jacob Payne.
So Beaver reaches. And a visit to the mound here by pitching coach Tyler Bocock, as the River Bandits are still looking for their first out here in the 6th. We'll step away and be right back. All right, visit to the mound is over. Here's Jacob Payne, the catcher. Payne is 0 for 1 with a walk. And he swings and drives one into left. That's hit well, and that's going to be past Toledo, and that's going to be all the way to the wall. One will score into second on the double is Payne, and it's 8-4. Still nobody out in the 6th inning, and here come the Express. Eight to 4, nobody out, and got to think that'll probably be it for Caparella here. Don't know. I'd be surprised if they go any further. Yep, Tyler Bocock's out. That's going to be it for the left-hander Caparella. He's not going to record an out in the inning. Strasburg back in this thing. Nobody out in the 6th, 8-4. We'll tell you about the new pitcher right after this. New pitcher for Woodstock here in the top of the 6th. It's the right-hander Ryan Cowell. Cowell out of Virginia Wesleyan College, 6'1" righty, 6'1", 170. And he will try to put an end to this rally here. Still nobody out in the inning for Strasburg. Runner at second. And Eddie Castillo takes a called strike, 0-1. This 3-run inning to this point started with a leadoff walk, then a home run by Topher Jones, a single by Beaver, and a double by Payne. Castillo ground rule double his last time up. 0-1. Cal deals, and that is hit in the air to center. That's deep. That's back, and it's caught right at the wall. Tagging to third, and over there safely is Payne. Just missing a 2-run home run is Castillo, and there's one out here in the top of the 6th.
Now batting right fielder, number 25, Christian De Los Santos.
338 to center here in Woodstock. That's where he hit it to center, and out there at the wall making the catch was Jordan Evans. So that's a big first out. The runner does get the third for Christian De Los Santos. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Third baseman coming even with the bag. The pitch. Breaking ball, strike one. Five hits now in the night for the Express. 7 for Woodstock. 0-1. And De Los Santos way out in front, 0-2. Numbers on the year for Cal. He comes in with 8 innings under his belt, 9 strikeouts, and a 1.13 ERA. So one of the better bullpen arms for Woodstock being deployed here. He has walked 6 in 8 innings. 0-2. And a big punch out there as De Los Santos can't put it in play, and there are 2 outs.
Next up,
it'll bring Carter Schmidt to the plate.
Carter Schmidt.
Schmidt is 0 for 2. RBI ground out last time up. That at the time was to get to get Strasburg on the board. Be huge if the Bandits can strand the runner at third here. And that is high, ball one. Oh, 1 as Cal's sets at the belt. And he deals. Swing and a miss. Cal famous for his hat flying off, and it goes off there. It's 1-1. Sun going down, temperature slowly dropping here at the ballpark. We play here with 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning. We got started tonight at about 6:02. 1-1. Schmidt takes a little bit high, 2-1. Jack Anderson out of James Madison University would be next if the line continues to move here for the Express. Two-one. And that just misses. 3-1. Mike Bocock got his arms up in the air like, where is that at? Pretty emphatic over there as he sits right outside the dugout, third base side. 3-1 to Schmidt. Good hitters count. And Cal deals. And that is ball 4. So Cal walks Schmidt, and it brings Anderson to the plate.
Up second baseman number 14, Jack Anderson.
Anderson's been scuffling at the plate a little bit. Good time for him to try to come up big. The pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike. We'll see if Strasburg puts Schmidt in motion here and either steals second or try to get that runner in from third if they throw down and possibly throw it away. 0-1. Runner goes and then comes back. The pitch is grounded off the pitcher's glove. Cal falls, recovers, and throws in time. And that'll do it in the top of the 6th. Strasburg 3 more runs, and they're within 4 as we go to the last of the 6th. 8-4 Woodstock. 8-4. And the first pitch is a strike. River Bandits leading. It'll be Will Tippett, JT Andorowski, and Barrett Eldridge. So 4 runs over the last 2 innings for the Express. They had a great chance there last half inning to get a couple more runs. 0-1. Fastball popped way up. Shallow outfield backing, and Anderson's there to make the catch. And there's 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Get to some history here on this day in baseball history, June 21st.
Next up,
over the next
number 7,
inning or so.
Andorowski.
Again, all Woodstock games at home the rest of the way have been set and changed to a 6 o'clock start. So these 6 o'clock starts will become the new normal the rest of the season, at least regular season-wise. The first pitch, and that misses. Except the Sunday games, they will stay at 3, which I think there's only 2. So 2 of those are 3 o'clock. I'm sure that'll be hot. The pitch. Swinging a chopper, right side. Anderson stops, fields, throws in time. And 2 quick outs here. And Strasburg's defense finally making some plays in this ball game. It'll bring Barrett Eldridge to the plate. He's 1 for 3.
Number 20, Barrett Eldridge.
Eldridge singled his last time up, ground ball down the third base line. All right, so Bryce Mitchell looking to get through his second inning of work here. He works from the stretch, and it's a strike called, 0-1. Strasburg with some momentum here. Still trail, though, 8-4. See if they have enough opportunities left to get back into this thing. 0-1. Fastball hit up the middle. That's going to be stopped by the shortstop. Throw to first. Heck of a play out there by Tanner Harden. Ranging up the middle to his left. Fielded and threw as he spun around and got him out at first. And a quick 1-2-3 inning for Strasburg pitching. We're off to the 7th. 8-4 River Bandits. To the 7th we go, 8-4. Woodstock on top of the lineup for the Express will send up Mosley, Harden, and Jones as Ryan Cowell will continue on here. The pitch, and that's down and in, ball 1. Want to know the count to Brett Mosley, trying to get his first hit of the game. 0 for 3 with a strikeout. And that's a called strike, 1-1. One. Mosley swings and drives one. Foul out of play. 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes. And that is outside, 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch is a little bit high, 3-2. Last thing you want to do is walk him if you're Cal. Payoff pitch from Cal to Brett Mosley. And a swing and a foul. He just got a piece. So we'll do it again, 3-2. Three-two again. And that is ball 4 and another leadoff walk to start this inning.
Next up, shortstop, number 9, Tanner Harden.
So Mosley's aboard, and here's Tanner Harden. That is walk number 2 for Cal through an inning plus. The pitch. Harden takes ball 1. This was an 8-0 ball game through 4 innings. And since then, the Express have scored 4 unanswered. Check to first. Mosley back in safely. 6 errors for the Express. And pitching-wise for Strasburg, I've only got them at, let's see here, 2 earned runs. 2 of the 8 runs are earned. The other check to first. Mosley back in again. One 1-0 to Tanner Harden. Walked and scored last inning, back in the 6th. Another check to first. Mosley back in again. Runner goes. The pitch is a strike. Throw to second is not in time. So a stolen base for Brett Mosley. Runner in the scoring position again for the Express. One and one to Tanner Harden, the Strasburg shortstop. Fouled out of play, 1-2, and the sun is finally behind the trees as things will start to cool off for us a little bit here. Cal looking in for his signs. Mosley at second. We play here in the top of the 7th with nobody out. And the 1-2 is low. Some history today in baseball history. In 1939, the New York Yankees announced Lou Gehrig's retirement. Two-two. And a check to second. Mosley back in safely. Today in 1950, Joe DiMaggio gets his 2000th hit, a 7th inning single as the Yankees win 8-2. And that is lined into left, a base hit. Harden with an RBI single as coming in to score from second is Mosley, and it's an 8-5 game here in the 7th inning. So the leadoff walk results in another run for the Express, and they continue to inch back into this thing. And Tyler Bocock coming out to talk to Cal, and let's see, is this going to be a call to the pen or just a mound visit, regular visit? So another run. Talked about this a couple of times earlier. You can't let them stick around the way their offense has hit the ball this year. So they're within 3 after they trailed 8-0. And while they visit at the mound, we'll step away briefly and be right back. All right, so Cal will stay in the game as Tanner Harden picks up the RBI single. 6th hit of the game for Strasburg. It brings Topher Jones to the plate. Struck out in the first, reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th, and hit a 2-run home run back in the 6th. He bats here for the 4th time, and it is fouled into the dugout of the River Bandits. It is 0-1. Oh, the count. Runner goes. The pitch is high. Swing and a miss. Throw to second, and he is out. Bad jump there from Tanner Harden, and he's caught stealing. And that's a huge out, number 1 here in the 7th inning. Count is 0-2, I believe. It's a huge caught stealing. And now a ground ball. Nice diving stab over there at third. Throw to first is in the dirt. Can't be picked out. And reaching is Jones.
Next up, first baseman, number 15, Landon Beaver.
And that's going to be it for Cal. Pitching change coming up. It'll be the 4th pitcher of the night for the River Bandits. We'll tell you about him right after this. Pitching change for Woodstock here in the top of the 7th. It'll be the right-hander out of the University of North Florida, Zane Starling, 6'1", 200. And he'll take over here in the top of the 7th with 1 out, and Strasburg with a man at first. Starling, the 4th pitcher of the night. And he comes in to this ball game with an ERA of 3. It's his 7th appearance. He's gone 6 innings. He's walked 3. He's struck out 14. Has a 1-0 record. Throw to first, and Starling back in. Jones back in safely. So Starling entering here to try to put a stop to this rally that we've continued to see over the last few innings. Pitch is fouled back. It's 0-1. Thing about Starling, when he is right and throwing strikes, it's hard to do much of anything. The only chance you really have with him is if his control's off a little bit. He's walked just 3. I know he's hit some guys this year, though. 0-1. Breaking ball in there, 0-2. 1 run here in the inning for the Express. Started with a leadoff walk. Oh-2, and Landon Beaver takes high, ball 1. 5 unanswered so far to this point here for the Express, but Woodstock still leading it 3-0. 1-2, and a swing and a miss struck him out. And there are 2 outs here in the top of the 7th.
Next up, catcher number 19, Jacob Payne.
Brings up Jacob Payne, the catcher. Double, RBI double his last time up. And that is low, ball 1. Some more history. Today in 1969, Minnesota scores a club record 11 runs in an inning. The 10th inning at Oakland, and sets a major league record for runs in the 10th, and winning 14-4. 1-0. Breaking ball off the glove of the catcher, and moving to second. Looks like a cross up there. It'll be scored a pass ball. So it's 2-0. Topher Jones moves up to second. Sun is shining perfectly down at the plate. The batter's home plate circle. 2-0. That's inside, 3-0, and a walk here would bring the tying run to the plate here in the 7th. And a swing and away cuts through it, 3-1. And the 3-1, foul tip into the glove, 3-2. Payoff pitch coming up. It's a big one. Jones at second to pitch, and he struck him out on ball 4. Fastball out of the zone. He couldn't lay off. And that'll do it in the top of the 7th. 8-5 as the Express get a run closer. It's time to stretch. We'll be back after this as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Go to the bottom of the 7th. Woodstock leading 8-5, and they will send up Miller, Norton, and Villarreal here in the home half of the inning against the righty Bryce Mitchell, starting his 3rd inning of work. Strasburg has scored 5 unanswered, but they still trail by 3. The 1-0, that's in there. You could almost say it's a miracle that they're within 3, considering they've committed 6 errors in this game. Hunter Miller 1 for 2 with an RBI. And he fouls it back, 1-2. Mitchell, the 3rd arm of the night for the Express. 4 for Woodstock. This was 8-0 until the 5th. 1-2. And that's a hit by pitch. Had him down 2 strikes, and we'll see if that comes back to get Mitchell. As Cade Norton, the catcher, will bat.
26, Cade Norton.
See if Norton's squaring around the bunt here. He does not, and he takes ball 1. One 0 to Norton. And again, a little bit inside, 2-0. No bullpen activity for the Express. It looks like this is Mitchell's inning here. Good hitter's count for the catcher. And he swings and fouls it back. And a check to first. Back in safely is Miller. Two 1, and that's down and in, and it's 3-1. Well, Mitchell hasn't walked anybody, but he has hit a man through 2+ innings, and now Norton, who comes in with just 1 hit on the year, is in a 3-1 count, and he takes ball 4. Last thing you can be doing is walking people when you're behind, and that's what they're.
Next up, third baseman number 24,
what happened here?
Diego Villarreal.
Diego Villarreal, the third baseman, will bat. He's 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. He will be bunting here, I would say. And again, I talked about it earlier for the Express. You just have to take the out that they're giving you, and so far tonight on bunts, they haven't been able to actually get an out. It's just turned into hits and errors for the River Bandits offense. He is not squaring the bunt, and he swings and misses. 0-1. I think there was a missed sign there. He'll be bunting here. He does show, and it's to the backstop. No need to bunt now. And the Express back to kind of throwing it away here in the 7th inning. 2nd and 3rd with still nobody out after the wild pitch. Hit by pitch, a walk and a wild pitch here in the inning for the Bandits offense. And now the Express are going to have to play the infield in here. You really hate to have to do this, but it's a 3-run game late, and you have to take some chances. The pitch, swinging a ground ball, that's in for a base hit, and A very costly wild pitch as a run scores. It's 9-5 and base hit for Diego.
Now batting left fielder.
All right, here's Toledo, first and third, still nobody out in the inning. Hit by pitch, a walk, a wild pitch, and a single with the infield playing in. Costly mistakes on the pitching side of things here in the inning. Check to first, and pretty close, but Villarreal back in safely on the dive. Nine-5 score. Woodstock getting a run back that Strasburg scored in the top of the inning. Another check to first, back in safely again. Toledo a fly out, a walk, and a ground out. The pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Mitchell looking in, he comes set. Right-hander getting hot for the Express. Another check to first. Back in safely again is Villarreal. Oh, 1 and fouled back. Oh, 2 to the 9 hitter Christian Toledo. Top of the lineup comes next. And down and away, 1-2. And the dirt, 2-2. Nine runs, 8 hits, no errors for Woodstock. 5 runs, 7 hits, and 6 errors for the Express. Toledo awaits the pitch, and he gets nailed in the back. And the bases are loaded with nobody out. This might turn into a mercy rule win after all for the River Bandits. That's going to be it for Mitchell. He throws 2 solid innings, but bad inning here. A hit by pitch, a walk, a single, and another hit by pitch. So all 3 runners on base are his responsibility. And he will exit here in a 9-5 game with nobody out in the bottom of the 7th. We'll tell you about the new Strasburg pitcher right after this. New pitcher for the Express here in the bottom of the 7th is the right-hander Davis Rivers. Rivers 5 1/3 this year, 8 strikeouts and a 5.07 ERA. And the first pitch from Rivers is a strike. Rivers out of Wofford College. Count is 0-1, bases full, nobody out. That's to the backstop. Runner starts, and now they got him in a rundown. The ball is dropped at third, throw to home, not in time. And the Express back to throwing the ball around the field. That's the 7th error of the game, and it's 10-5. One won the count, 10-5 game. And that's fouled back. 1-2. Jordan Evans the batter. And he swings and lines it to second. Great catch, a double play. Anderson leaping with the infield in. He goes to second to turn the double play. 4-6, and there are 2 outs.
Now batting second baseman, number 1, Luke Keister.
One-0. Swinging a fister to the right side. Fielded, tossed to first in time. And that'll do it. On the 3-1 put out, but another run across. And it's 10-5 River Bandits as we go to the top of the 8th.
Of tonight's 50-50.
Go to the top of the 8th, 10-5 Woodstock on top. It'll be Castillo, De Los Santos, and Schmidt due up in the top of the inning. Woodstock 10 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. Strasburg 5 runs, 7 hits, and 7 errors. First pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. 0-1. Eddie is 1 for 3, and he takes high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Castillo just missed a 2-run home run last time up. Hit it to center. And he's hit by a pitch, I believe. Catcher got hit back there as well. Castillo's going to take first, and never even saw a signal officially, but apparently a leadoff hit by a pitch. So he's aboard. Got him on the left hand. Gonna try to shake it out a little bit.
Next up, right fielder, number 25, Christian De Los Santos.
So for the third consecutive inning, the leadoff man has either been hit or walked to start the inning for the Express. De Los Santos 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Zane Starling still in the mound here in inning number, his first full inning of work here. And the pitch, breaking ball, wave and a miss, 0-1. De Los Santos has not been on the breaking stuff tonight. He's been well out in front. Oh, 1. That's a strike. Winchester leading Newmarket 10-1 in the bottom of the third, a night after Newmarket surrendered 14 runs in 7 innings to the Express. They've already allowed 10 more, and they're not even through 3 there. 0-2. Swing and a miss. And De Los Santos has struck out for the third time tonight. And there's 1 out here in the 8th.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Brings up Schmidt.
Carter Schmidt.
Purcellville leads Front Royal 3-1 in the 5th, so the Cardinals' struggles continue. Culpeper and Charlottesville scoreless in the 4th. Harrisonburg leading Stanton 3-2 in the 6th, and Waynesboro leading Covington 7-1. Pitch to Schmidt is a called strike. It's 0-1. Oh, 1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Oh, 2. And a little bit outside. Turned out to be a beautiful night. We just had to wait a little bit on it. 1-2, runner goes. The pitch is fouled back. Starling out of the University of North Florida. Castillo at first. And Schmidt takes a little bit outside, 2-2. Mike Bocock has not been particularly happy with the strike zone tonight. Hard to tell from our vantage point over here. Check to first, a little bit high, but Castillo back in safely. Two. Way up and in. Little chin music there. 3-2. Jack Anderson, the second baseman's on deck, and then the top of the lineup follows for Strasburg. Payoff pitch. Runner goes. It is a swing and a miss. Throw to second is not in time. So Schmidt down on strikes as Castillo steals the bag. And there are 2 outs.
Baseman number 14, Jack Anderson.
Anderson will step in. Anderson looking for his first hit of the game, and he takes a strike. Woodstock will have 3, 4, 5 due up in the bottom of the 8th. 0-1. That's a little bit up and in. Breaking ball. Didn't quite snap it down all the way and follow through. It's 1-1. 1-1. Strike 2. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Woodstock trying to leave the leadoff hit by pitch out there on base. And Anderson strikes out. Starling has struck out 5 through an inning and 2/3. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 10-5, Woodstock. New pitcher for the visiting Strasburg Express. It'll be the right-hander, 6'7" right-hander Tyler Reed. He will take over here and face 3, 4, 5 in the Woodstock lineup. Tippett, Androwski, and Eldridge. And the righty's first pitch is a ground ball up the middle, fielded to second, bobbled by Anderson, and his throw is not in time. And his tough night continues, and that is error number 8 of the game.
Next up, right fielder number 7, JT Androwski.
JT Androwski. The pitch is ball 1. 8th error. It's just unbelievable. Really, if you're Strasburg, you're fortunate that this game is still being played right now and you haven't already gotten mercy ruled. The 1-0 is a ground ball off the foot or leg area in the batter's box of Androsky, so he goes down just as Keister did earlier. I've had a couple of those tonight, along with some hit by pitches that have looked pretty painful too. Umpire will walk out and hand the baseball to the pitcher, Reed. So it's 1-1. Runner goes. The pitch is low. Throw to second. Not in time. So in there at second on the stolen base is Tippett. Two one, and a line drive into right field. It's a base hit. Los Santos charges, and they're going to hold the runner at third. Back to first, and it's thrown away. And a run is going to score. That's the 9th error of the night for the Express. Wow.
Next up, first baseman, number 20, Barrett Eldridge.
Who threw that ball away? Was it the first baseman? And that pitch is fouled away. Swing and a miss. Throw to third. Not in time. So 11-5 our score here in the bottom of the 8th. Still nobody out. And that skips, and the runner's trying to come home, and he's going to be there. So 12-5 after the wild pitch and the run scoring, and the count is still 3-2 to Eldridge. 2 runs in the inning here for Woodstock after they scored 2 in the 7th. And a ground ball to short. Throw to first in time. And there's one out. So one out here in the eighth for Hunter Miller. Reed deals. Ground ball up the middle. Charged by Anderson. His throw to first is in time, and there are 2 outs. Two outs here in the home half of the eighth for the Bandits. Here's Cade Norton. Woodstock suddenly swinging at every pitch. Except this one. It's a called strike. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Oh, 2. Fouled back. Reed way ahead, 0-2. And that's low. And a fly in the center. That's going to be down for a base hit. So a single into right.
Next up, third baseman, number 24, Diego Villarreal.
One to Villarreal, and that is a ground ball foul. First base side, just foul. And a strike 3 called. And gets the punch out to end the inning. We go to the ninth. It's 12-5 Bandits. Go to the top of the ninth as the River Bandits look to
44,
lock down this game and win their 4th game of the year, and it would also be their 12th win and put them into sole possession of first place in the North. And Zane Starling starting another inning of work. This is actually a save situation. He came into the game when it was a 3-run game, so he could complete the save here, and the first pitch misses, ball 1. He is facing Brett Mosley, Tanner Harden, and Topher Jones. Mosley 0 for 3 tonight with a walk and a strikeout. And that's high into the backstop, 2-0. And a called strike, 2-1. Well, with the 9 errors for Strasburg, I've got them surrendering 6 earned runs. 6 of the 12. There we go. 2-1 to Mosley. Swinging a ground ball, fielded by the pitcher. He will toss to first in time. 1-3 on the putout, and there's 1 out.
Next up, shortstop, number 9, Tanner Harden.
Tanner Harden, 2 for 3 tonight. Starling sets. And he deals. That's high, ball 1. So if Zane Starling can get the last 2 outs here, this would be his 5th save of the year. 1-0. And a breaking ball in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 home run in the game. That was Topher Jones back innings ago. 1-1. Starling deals. That's a little outside, 2-1. Woodstock on the road tomorrow night at Covington. 4 o'clock start. 2-1, a hard liner. Fielded by the shortstop. Long throw. Heck of a play out there. Robbery. Absolute robbery by Tippett. Harden scorched that baseball, and he is the second out here in the 9th inning.
Number 17, Topher Jones.
Extremely well hit baseball there by Harden, robbing him of his 3rd hit of the game. Topher Jones, the final hope here for Strasburg, as it appears that the Express will see their 4-game winning streak come to an end. And the first pitch is dropped, ball 1. For Strasburg, it'll be their 5th loss of the year, 2nd to the River Bandits. 1-0. And a fly to center. It's well hit. Moving to the left towards the gap. It's going to be down for a base hit. And Topher Jones has another hit. He's 3 for 5. And we're not done yet, as Landon Beaver will step in.
Now batting, first baseman, number 15, Landon Beaver.
Well, we're coming up on the 3-hour mark in this one. Looks like we might get done just before, but we'll see what happens here with Landon Beaver batting, and he takes outside, ball 1. The pitch, and it's 2-0. And that's in there. Two one the count. 2 outs, top of the ninth. 12-5 Woodstock. Swing and a miss. 2-2. So the Express are down to their final strike here tonight. Things don't get any easier for them as tomorrow play host to the Harrisonburg Turks, best record in the league. Tonight entering play at 12-4. 1-2, Starling, a strike away. He deals, and a swing and a miss. And that'll do it here tonight. Game lasts 2 hours and 55 minutes. And the Woodstock River Bandits win it by a score of 12-5. We'll be right back to recap it after this. Welcome back to Woodstock. The River Bandits with an impressive 12-5 win tonight over the Strasburg Express. The River Bandits will head into tomorrow with sole possession of first place in the North Division with a record of 12-5. They've now won 4 games in a row. Strasburg falls to 10-5, ending their 4-game winning streak. Winning pitcher here tonight in this one is the starter for Woodstock, Brixton Lofgren. Lofgren tonight went 5 innings, allowing 2 hits, just 1 run, walked 2, and struck out 6. And for the Express, the loser tonight is Evan Garcia. 2 innings, 5 hits, 5 runs. Only 1 or 2 of those was earned. He walked 1 and struck out 3. The save tonight will go to Zane Starling. 2 2/3, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and he struck out 6. And for Zane, that is save number 5 of the season. Ugly line score for the Express tonight. As Woodstock wins, they go 12 runs on 10 hits and no errors. And for the Express, 5 runs, 8 hits, and 9 errors. Game time tonight, 2 hours and 54 minutes. Woodstock is at Covington tomorrow night at 4 o'clock. The Express will be back home for a 6 o'clock start against the Harrisonburg Turks, and you can join me for the call on that one starting at 6. I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. Woodstock will be back here on Monday night, 6 o'clock, for a makeup game against the Winchester Royals. Woodstock wins it tonight 12-5. This is Kyle Gutschall signing off for the Woodstock River Bandits.